Hi, Aquarius. This is your tarot slash oracle reading because I don't really know what it's going to be until I turn around and find out for November for all Aquarius signs. But I always want to make sure that I throw out there if you are someone who's following, the tarot or the astrology readings. If you're following Venus being in the sign, please understand when you're coming through me, Venus is about sensitivity, not love. So it could be positive, it could lead to love, but it also could be just sensitivity all across the board. So I do not specify in love with Venus when I do any kind of reading. So just so you know, if that's what you're looking for, I'm most likely not your girl. Now, again, this is for Aquarius, all Aquarius signs for the month of November. And before I get into the tarot or the cards in general, what I'm getting is, all right, for all of us across the board, with the way the energies are moving, we're working through some healing of our own self-undoing, our own self-deception, in forms of, really no. Sorry, Spirit, kind of just changed my conversation a little bit. We are dealing with healing and finding peace within in forms that deal with blame, shame, sorrow, sorrow, embarrassment, guilt, judgment, whether it's judgment on yourself or family judgment that's been casted upon you. We are dealing with healing in that, and what I'm being given is like the Chiron Aries energy. This is the beginning of this healing that's coming across. And it definitely deals with ego versus communication, core versus communication. And you're going to be acknowledging that all month, but pretty much in through the next year as we start to go through some stuff. Ouch! Through some of our deep-seated healing, more or less, is what I'm being given. Now, yeah, and this is like a new beginning at healing. That even a new beginning at healing and understanding with that Mercury communication going on in Scorpio right now. It is kind of setting it, and the new moon coming in as a second new moon in Scorpio, it's kind of having something to do with setting it. But my wolf is speaking at the moment, which means this has to do with letting go of things that are dead. It's like 12th house energies. The subconscious, the hidden self, the unconscious mind that's created the self-deception, self-undoing, holding on to grief, sorrow, shame, blame, secrets. But I'm also being told, for you specifically, this has something to do with your higher education, your higher wisdom, your higher self, coming into professional community and the responsibilities that go with being a humanitarian and the interests that follow with that, and finding your true self-realization in many of these areas. So it's coming into a new genre of self, a new era of self is what I'm really getting. And you'll be acknowledging new spiritual wisdom. Anything else? Where the heart and the head always get confused. This is learning how to balance that in a new level. And for some, in a professional level. But that will bring you back to a new level of idea and understanding of what that spiritual intellect is and how exactly that works with true self-worth, self-value, and self-esteem. In true communication. And a lot of that's going to have to do with coming into different parts of your hidden self that's rising and helping you to learn of yourself, is what I'm getting. Well, let's see. For Aquarius, what is the core manifesting energies? What is the core manifesting energies for Aquarius? They're also saying something to do with your ambitions. Nope. I'm sorry, no to the cards. Yes, it's something to do with your ambitions. What is the core surrounding manifesting energies for Aquarius? No. Give me something bigger. And as I said that, they said karmic lessons. Okay. They say that you are in a cocoon stage. Do not push. Do not push it this time. This is definitely a learning period of coming to this higher education, of this transformational healing, and what the responsibilities will be bringing forward. Do not push it this time. You're in a cocoon stage. What else for the core manifesting energies? Nope, but yep. Be flexible. Have a sense of adventure. A lesson of change. And opportunities of growth. This is allowing it to happen. Allow that growth to come in. Do not push it, but allow yourself to go with the flow. Allow the flexibility to take place so that the growth can actually happen. Okay, I didn't expect you to pop out. Help us understand the manifesting energies, the core energies. Thank you. Speak your truth. This is the throat chakra. This is about speaking your truth, but also at the same time, growth through this time. This is where the karmic lessons are coming in. Because understand, we're having Mercury in retrograde up until, I think, the 20th. And Scorpio. Which means we're incredibly sensitive. And we're incredibly bold and incredibly honest. That doesn't make a good or bad. That means incredibly bold. And with you Aquariuses, you guys think sometimes too much more than you do the heart. And this is where I'm getting is the connection of the heart and the head. And allowing the cocoon stage to take you through, a new beginning, a new chance. Taking a new chance, new opportunities of growth. But by speaking, listening to what you're speaking, for one. Because often what we find we speak is often also part of the reincarnation that we need to hear to help us with our own healing. Reflex. But what I'm seeing is reflect. What I am seeing is the reflect here. But this could also just be saying, in general also, reflection. Reflection. Yeah. Well, I don't care. What I'm getting is reflection. What you're going to find that you're speaking is also what you need to be hearing. So what you practice, what you preach, you'd better be practicing. What you weep, you sow, is basically, so this is saying, definitely go in, take some time, figure out what's going on, take the chance, the new opportunities, be flexible, ready for the change. But as you speak, understand this is also a learning reflection of the very growth of what you're supposed to be learning. Please tell me what I'm not seeing. Thank you, Thoth. Because there's something here that I'm feeling is being seriously left out. The Queen of Swords comes in reverse. Don't be so quick to speak just what you think. This is about speaking from the heart. She is, okay, I mean, she's emotional, she's sensitive, she is intellectual, she is overthinking. She is very off with their head, okay, type of energy. This is what the Queen of Swords is. Very blunt. Let me put it out there and I will say what I have to say. But what I'm getting here is understand. There's lessons for you to learn in your own speech. So, you know, while you're just speaking from your mind, from your intellect, are you listening? Is the tree going all the way around? It's like they call it the tree of life, from above, so below. Is the as above and so below connecting together? This is the heart asking you to make sure you're getting right with what it is you're speaking to others as well as to yourself. No. Anything else for Aquarius? Do not just give me the bottom cards. No, I'm not taking 5 cards. Anything else for this core manifesting energy other than learning communication in a new way? This is saying, get out of your comfort zone, baby. Get out of your comfort zone. You're very much in that thinking, very much in the intellectual thinking as you discover, you know, intellectually, mathematically, scientifically. Sometimes spirit and the truth and heart and soul don't work like that at all, okay? And this is saying you get out of your comfort zone. Dominate the comfort zone is what this is coming down to being about. This is achieving future success by having a wider view of, that's exactly what this is, having a wider view of where this is meant to be taking you. All right, let's move into the next. What is the exterior, up close and personal? Up close and personal relationships. What's going on in the up close and personal relationships? Up close personal relationships for Aquarius. You have the 4 of Cups. Realize what it is you do have. The 4 of Cups typically speaks to us of, we're looking at the 3 cups that possibly have been spilled, but don't realize the other one is full behind you. This has to do with that spiritual energy and that spiritual learning, that communication that you're going to have also of healing your own depths of inner grief, sorrow, shame, blame, judgment. But this is saying, acknowledge what you do have with you. Appreciate what it is. This is getting past the boredom and the temporary pleasure of the idea and really sinking into the truth of it all. I don't know where the card just flew off to. But this is speaking about really sinking into the truth, the true realization of what's going on in this up close and personal relationships. This could be your lover. This could be business partners. This could be just friends. This could be children. This could be grandparents. Up close and personal. There's something here to realize what it is you have. Get past the boredom of temporary pleasure and appreciate what is actually there. And I'm telling you, it's going to have to do with that communication. And they're saying it's going to have to do with karmic lessons. Because there's disappointment in the past. There's disappointment in the past. Wallowing in self-pity. Grief, sorrow, shame, blame. Secrets. This is holding on to regret. This is finding emotional crisis. You're allowing emotional crisis. When are you going to find what you can appreciate? When are you going to, like I said, do not be looking at the 3. Do not be looking at the 3 cups that have spilled as you've lost it. The idea is the 1 cup. But if you're in the emotional pity, you're only going to see those 3 cups. What is going on in up close and personal for Aquarius? Give me more depth. Give me more depth. Up close and personal for Aquarius. The Star. You don't go after, when you go fishing, you don't go after, you know, the small fish in the sea. You cast out, when you go fishing, you cast out your hook, and let's face it, you want the big fish. This is the hook. See, but the problem here is, the hook is coming on both sides. Are you going to hold on to disappointment? Are you going to hold on to appreciation? Are you going to see the star that's lying in the rough? Because you are getting the Hanged Man. This is definitely, again, a time of sitting still. Sitting still and learning something. Something about these relationships have something to teach you at this time. I wouldn't say for you to go trying to be the dictionary or dissect the relationship. Allow the lesson to teach you. Because if you're trying too hard to find the lesson, you're going to miss the lesson. Now, is there anything else here in up close and personal with a new level of depth? Up close and personal for Aquarius for the month of November. In some cases, it may be beyond reconciliation. This is regain your personal integrity. This star has something to teach you. It may have come in very sharp, harsh forms, which is really making you reflect. But see, this is ego, okay? Because if it's not reconciliation, if it's out of that level, if it's too far, that you can't get it back, this may have to do with understanding the realms of the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensions more than the 3rd dimension and bring that energy back to you. But this may also be ego standing in the way, because this card is about balance of the relationship at hand and do it quickly. So this is meaning the balance isn't coming quickly. But like I said, Aquarius, you guys try to pick things apart too much. You try to overanalyze and think it apart too much. And you may try to pick apart what the star is trying to teach you, which will then turn around and force you to hold on to the hold on to the disappointment, and you'll never even see what it is you were supposed to appreciate from the very star that was trying to teach you how to overcome something to point blank get back your integrity, help you rise into a higher dimensional flow. So something about this relationship is definitely meant to happen and meant for help. But if it's not helping, it's because of ego standing in the way. Or very much lost connection with the flow of energy. This is also saying you might need to get back into the very connection itself, to the source energy itself of the relationships, of these up close and personal relationships, and give them that boost of loving energy as well. Now, what is going on in the exterior life itself, like financially, business? What is going on in the exterior life for Aquarius? What is going on in the exterior life for Aquarius? Exterior life for Aquarius. This is going to carry right on over if you are letting ego get in the way, because this is refusal of truth. This is releasing fears that you have of reservations. This is allowing yourself, if you are holding on to an idea that things have to be this way, they must follow this direction, they must go exactly like so, this is going to mean it's going to all fall apart because you didn't get the message spiritually, soulfully, that you were trying to learn. And it will go past and you will miss it. It will be a karmic debt that you're creating all over again. This is realizing the action that is needed, the passion that is needed. Look, she's more or less in fire, guys. This is where you have been lacking the support of the passion, of the dualness, of the feminine and the masculine, the positive and the negative, the soul and the ego, where you're just in one side, not the other. This is saying hold on to the true passion and allow the passion and its truth to teach you and lead you through. So you're not just connected with being afraid of the refusal of the truth, of releasing fears and the reservations. You're holding on to reservations of an idea which is so much bigger than what you're giving it credit for, but you think it can only happen in one direction. Is there anything else here? This is saying, sweeties, just allow heart and mind to work together this month. You can't be so in your head that you're trying to be responsible, that you're actually being irresponsible to your soul. Because this is a stage of development. This isn't a form as another hangman. This is finding creativity, finding a new level of channeling, and bringing that forward into a new stage of development. Like I said, this is allowing that fire from inside to truthfully teach you how to bring it forward. But if you think it has to be in a specific way, it's not going to happen that way. Exterior life, Aquarius. Exterior life, Aquarius. Exterior life. Nope. Exterior life. Business, finances. I'm only laughing because in my life today, this card has come up without me actually touching it several times. This is, what about the inner peace? What about your inner peace within that exterior world? What does your inner peace want? What does your higher self want? Ask it that question. Ask it for the wisdom to see what's truly important and find out how to follow it in that direction, is what they are saying. Now, let's just stick with this deck at this point. It seems like it's going forward for you. What is the introverted energies? This is acknowledge where you are on your path. Acknowledge where you are on your path. The very process that has already taken place. The learning you've already learned as you start to move forward. Yes, you're going to learn more. Don't forget how much you have learned. This is a form of change, but yet it's not perfect. It's still being created, just like you, honey, are still being created into your one wholeness. You're learning how to find that wholeness in a different way. Is there anything else that Aquarius needs to know for the month of November about their own internal going on? Their internal life, their internal energy. For some of you, you're overcoming some mental illnesses or what you believe is mental illnesses. and learning how to rise up above that. And some of you are learning how to heal yourselves from a form of what you would feel as kidnapping or soul napping. This would be like where you've allowed somebody to have a cord attached to you and drain you in one form. But it may have also been in child energy of a form of kidnapping too. This is coming out of that universal 12th house kind of energy. Needing clarification. You're looking for clarification. You're looking for the larger perspective here. Entering a state of heightened awareness and absorbing that information. Because, like I said, you're not finished. But that's okay. This is all about healing so that you're making the better judgments in both your relationships and your partnerships, as well as business. This is core on a whole all the way around. This is coming out of your polarity, coming out of your isolation, finding wholeness and duality. I cannot speak sometimes. This is realizing that separation is not really separate. But this is a part of the path you must go down in order to broaden that perspective. As there's one thing more. The emotional forces, honoring the relationship with Earth itself. So this is, like I said in the very beginning, the upper and the lower. As above, so below. Get right with Earth. Get right with your tree of life. Get right with the flow of all things. And understand you have your part in it. But are you connected? Are you really, truly, deeply connected and allowing her to help you understand where it is that you're going? Okay, there's still something else. I mean, this feels like a very healing month for you, but you are dealing with some of your like grief, sorrow, shame, blame, secrets, and denials of self. What was I just saying? Because parts of you are at odds with yourself. Very quiet mind and returning to harmony. This is, like I said, you were given several times that like bump in the road, the like hangman card. This is a moment. You've heard me say on the videos, sometimes for us, a moment in time is like a blink, but for spirit, a blink is a minute, and for us, that blink is like a month, but it's still just a blink. This is just preparation of everything that you have coming for you, coming to you, creating about you, surfacing. But there's some healing that has to be fixed right across the top before it can really rise. That is what this is about, guys. I love you. Bye.